Hey, it's NPR's Book of the Day. I'm Andrew Limbong, and it is that time of year for NPR's Books We Love. This is our big year-end package, rounding up all of our favorite reads this year. I spoke with NPR's Steve Inskeep about this project, about how we put it together, how to use it, and highlighting just a few of the picks. And I stress a few because there are about 350 books on this bad boy. My interview with Steve Inskeep coming up, but if you wanted to check it out now, just head over to npr.org/books.
Today, NPR is releasing the 2024 edition of our Books We Love. It's a reading guide that we produce every year, and Andrew Limbong, host of NPR's Book of the Day podcast, is here to tell us about it. Andrew, good morning.
Hey, Steve.
Okay, so what is this thing?
Yeah, so it is a kind of democratic way to approach year-end lists. We ask every year NPR staff and critics for their favorite reads and compile it all. So at the end of the day, we've got like 350 titles in total.
Okay, small d democratic, I get that, but recommending 350 books? That's so many, it's like recommending none. What's going on there?
Listen, you don't got to read all of them. That's not the point, right? So there are these little filters you can use on the side to narrow down the books that you prefer for your taste, right? And the whole point of it, right, is not to tell you like from up on high, hear ye, here are the 10 best books of the year. It's like, hey, here's a stack of books. You're guaranteed to find at least like one or two that you would love.
And they include books recommended by NPR staff. So what's a book you recommended?
One of my favorite books this year was this book called Victim by Andrew Barriga. He's a debut novelist. It's about a guy named Javi who kind of lies and fudges his background to get ahead in the like personal essay literary space, right? He makes his life seem a lot harder than it actually was, and he becomes among like literary elite circles the voice of a marginalized community.
I'm sure this never happens in real life. Please go on.
Yeah. No, and it's just like a really, obviously like any great story about liars, the house of cards comes tumbling down, but it's a really funny satirical take on like the literary elite class. You've got a book on this list this year, right?
Oh, I did, and I was excited to recommend it. It's by Hampton Sides. It's called The Wide, Wide Sea, and it's a story of Captain James Cook, Captain Cook, the British explorer who in the 1700s brought European attention to a lot of different places like Tahiti and Hawaii, ultimately died in a conflict in Hawaii. Extraordinarily famous story, and I just love being on the boat, so to speak, in a book like this with the rats and the cockroaches and the shortages of food and the extreme cold and the extreme heat and everything that his crew went through. And it's also an effort to research the interactions with the indigenous peoples of these islands. It's really an incredible work.
Yeah, and I just want to know, on the Books We Love platform, we have that listed under nonfiction, of course, on staff picks, but we also have it tagged as rather long if you're looking for something beefy to jump into.
But it went quick. I read it straight through. I mean, a number of nights, it was great.
Nice. I'm just saying, if you want something on the shorter side, that's available too.
Okay. Is there a book that a lot of our coworkers recommended again and again and again?
Oh, people were fighting over writing about Miranda July's All Fours. That's a novel about a middle-aged woman who leaves her family to go on a road trip, cuts the road trip short, to go on let's call it like an adventure of sexual self-discovery.
Okay.
And it's an interesting take on like the state of marriage today.
All right. Well, this sounds like an amazing start, and there are hundreds of other books for you in the Books We Love reading guide. I hope you love some of the books that we love. NPR's Andrew Limbong, thanks so much.
Thanks, Steve.
Support for NPR and the following message come from GoodRx. Did you know GoodRx offers 20 popular diabetes medications for under $20? Check GoodRx before heading to the pharmacy and get up to 80% off your prescriptions. GoodRx is free and easy to use. Search any medication, get your coupon, and start saving. Even if you have insurance or Medicare, GoodRx could beat your copay. See how much you could save on diabetes and everyday prescriptions at goodrx.com/book. This message comes from NPR sponsor Shopify, the global commerce platform that helps you sell and show up exactly the way you want to. Customize your online store to your style. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/NPR. This message comes from Bombas. Socks, underwear, and t-shirts are the top 3 requested clothing items by people experiencing homelessness. Bombas makes all 3 and donates 1 item for every item purchased. Go to bombas.com/NPR and use code NPR for 20% off.